All right, good evening, people. We're here at the compound. We're in the shop, and we got all that metal processed today. I turned around and got all the pieces and little sharp points on any part of the metal where I had to dismember it. I got all that flapper disc. It's all put away in the shed. As you can see, to the floor, all the big pieces are put in the shed. I actually kept these here in the shop because I'm going to actually start making the sides to the trailer. But what I really brought you in here for tonight is I wanted to show you a little situation that said, this is what I built today, okay? We didn't have a whole lot of production at the shop, but what we did have was this piece here that we made out of some scrap steel. And I want to bring you down and show you this. This here, what I did was I welded this piece at a 90. Okay, I even covered the end on it. Okay, I covered it. I covered the end, and what we did was I welded a nut on here, and you kind of see how it works. I put a slot in here on both sides, and my table is a 1/4 inch, my welding table. And the problem what I'm having, people, is I'm in here trying to work on projects, and I don't have any good lighting. Even though there's lights in the garage, I need to have light right here, okay? And if you're trying to work on stuff and you're like, well, this is a situation, let me give you a shot of the overview of the whole thing, okay? 1 second, people, 1 second. Okay, there we go. So what we've got here is I've also welded another nut on here, and this came from them pallets of steel. They had some loose hardware in there. It's a 10 millimeter, and the nut came with it. So what I did was I welded that on there, and of course I smoothed it out. But I had this other piece of scrap square steel that went inside of it. So as you can see, this arm right here, it connects to my welding bench on the front. It can connect to the back. It can connect anywhere I want it to. And what it is it's a telescopic light holder. Now at the top, what I did was I actually welded another piece on top there, and I welded a nut on the inside of this piece that goes over the top. I welded that. There's a nut on the inside, and I used the other 10 millimeter bolt right there, if you can see that, to hold the light down. And there's what we've got. So it's an adjustable light, right? I had the light, but the situation was I wanted to have something that I could, if I wanted to get it close, I could. If not, you see how I got it set up. So I've also got this here. I picked this up at Harbor Freight. This is a magnetic electric bar or light bar. Okay, and what I wanted to do was plug it in there. Look at the difference. I mean, look at this. So you're working on something, and you're trying to find, you're trying to get your readers and make sure you're up close on it, and then look at this. Woo-wee! That's what I'm talking about. We've got lights, we've got camera, and we've got action, people. We're really, really appreciating the fact that we've got this scrap steel. We're appreciating, let me get this, hold on a second, people. We've got to get the situation that tells us everything that's going on here. Hold on 1 second. We're going to get this underway here. Okay. There we go. So I want to show you how this works. So if I want to lower it down, I just unroll that down, as you can see, wherever I want it to be at height-wise, and I can just snug this up again. And that's 10 millimeter. This one, of course, will spin if I unbolt it. I can loosen this up a little bit and turn it wherever I want it. Okay, but for now, I'm just leaving it perpendicular to the shaft that comes out of here. And of course, on the bottom, that would be. Let me see if I can see you here on the bottom. Let's see here. There we go. On the bottom, it's 3/4, okay? And I wanted to show you this one here. So that's how I made it. I just welded the nut on the bottom. I went ahead and as you can see, this is just cut out so that the table can slide in there, and then the bolt actually keeps it secured. And it's pretty simple. You can set it up there. I could actually set it on the other side, like on the back here. I could set it over there. But for now, I actually like it right here. And so it's pretty simple to set up. Just hold it in. There we go. And now we've got a light. And if you want to go a little higher with it, you can. You don't bump your head on it. Boom. Oh, drop the wrench. But as you can see, this is a deal here that you can say, not a bad little project for a Wednesday. We've got that baby built. And if you've got a little bench at the house, you know, the situation is you can make one of those. It didn't take a lot of effort. It was just a matter of saying, hey, let me get the cutoff wheel. Let me get the grinder, and let me go from there, you know, and we'll see what we can make with it. And I just got sick and tired. I was actually doing some, hold on a second, people. Let's see. I was actually doing some work, okay, on the a car part that I was putting together, and I just couldn't see, you know, I couldn't see all the intricate parts of it. Now, these are my readers, but you need light, people. You need light. You need light to be able to get over here and say, okay, what exactly are we doing? What's going on? What's the situation? And there you go. We've got a nice clean platform. We've got a light now. That's basically we could actually do surgical things in here if we really wanted to. But yeah, so that's the deal. We're getting the trailer underway, and we hope that you're going to stay tuned. And I just wanted to kind of show you that little telescopic arm there, because that was a deal that said it was really needed, you know, because every time I'm like I gotta move my cart around to try to find enough light in my welding table, and I'm like, this is going to be really handy for if I want to turn around and work on something, and I can take it down. It's simple enough. You can take it down, unplug it. But if you want one of these, that's not a bad way to go about it. You just got to get the right scrap, or if you want to purchase it, you could purchase it. But it's pretty simplistic. You're just welding nuts. Like I said, this one here was welded on the outside. Okay, and then this one up here, where are we at? Right here, was welded on the inside prior to this cap being put on. And then I just welded the cap on it. And it's basically all the same size because it came from that scrap metal pallet. So I can basically undo this one, tighten it, and up top I can do the same thing with a 10 millimeter. And looks like this is Crescent brand. Look at this one. Crescent brand. I don't know where I even got that. But the Crescent brand seems to work. This one just happens to be a snap-on 3/4. It's a stubby, so I kind of like that for my my lathe. That's what I mainly use that for the tailstock, breaking that free and moving it over. And matter of fact, let me show you what I got over here. Hold on a second. I got this this piece of steel out of a truck rear end. And this goes to the, this is part of the pinion, okay? And I started turning this down. I don't know if you can see how smooth that is. When you're turning hard steel, this is super hard steel, people. This is like tool steel. When you're turning this down, you want to use carbide, okay? When you're cutting other things that are softer, you really want to use something like a high-speed steel. So you got to kind of know when you're working with the lathe what type of cutter and tool that you're want to trim or make your cuts with. Now this here, I'm going to make some parts to the trailer with it. The parts that that hinge for the entire the box of the trailer are going to hinge. I'm going to need something with some super hard steel. Something that I could just throw a bolt in there, but I have this, okay? And this is really the right way to go about it so it doesn't wear. And I'm going to make 2 of these out of this one piece. And this way here, I'll just dress up the, I don't know what size I'm going to need, so I'll dress up the center when I'm done. But the 2 ends, we'll wind up putting, we'll put some holes through there. And then what we'll do is put either some washers and some cotter keys or something like that. But I just wanted to show you how nice and smooth that baby's. Nice and smooth. And we used a, we got some new carbide cutters off of Amazon, and they're actually pretty nice. You can see how clear that is. That's, I think I took 35 thou off this. And of course, you can see the shoulder right there. And I put a little chamfer on it because you don't want to, that's usually pretty sharp right there if you don't put a chamfer on it. But anyway, that's our light, people. That's the light situation over the welding table. We'll try to bring you up so you can see it again here. There's the top of it. And I'm pretty happy with it, you know. We're pretty happy with the situation. And it's something that says we could even take it down if we want to. We just got to unbolt it right there. So instead of making something that was stationary or permanent, we made something that we could take down. And we made something that's, we re-honed our skills a little bit, capping off the ends, doing it right, doing it nice. So if you're in your garage, you're in your shop, don't be afraid to put something on the internet and let everybody know what you're doing. I mean, we'd like to learn from you too. You, the DIYer, we'd like to learn from you. Us other creators, you know, we like to get ideas from other people as well. So this is Bry. I've got to get on down the road, but we're in the shop. It's winter time, and we've got the heater, so we're warm. We're making things, and we're making it happen. So get out in your shop today and see if you can't create something, people. All right, this is Bry. I've got to get on down the road.